Welcome back to Change Value Quarter Dollar Your Life. Is this we've diving into the fascinating world of Sacagawea $1 value iconic design story hidden treasures as we explore the most valuable and expensive and ultra-rare U.S. coins. Top 5 Sacagawea $1 gold coins. History of coins. Shocking of America coins and different color shade coin. Collector and investor P and D P mint mark coins. Dirty conditions. Seemingly ordinary coins could be worth thousands dollar or even millions of dollars today, so before you spend that old, stick around because you might be holding a fortune in your hands. First up, 1 coins. The 1984 £1 coin of the United Kingdom features the portrait of Elizabeth II on the obverse with the inscription Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 1984. This Latin abbreviation stands for Elizabeth II Dei Gratia Regina Fidei Defensatrix, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The portrait was designed by Arnold Machen, and was the second official coinage portrait used on British coins. The reverse was designed by Leslie Durbin and shows a Scottish thistle enclosed within the royal diadem, crown, representing Scotland in the Royal Mint series honoring the nations of the United Kingdom. Around the edge of the coin appears the famous Latin motto, Nemo me impune lacessit, which translates as, no one attacks or provokes me with impunity, or, no one can harm me without punishment. This motto is historically associated with Scotland and the Order of the Thistle, one of the highest orders of knighthood in Scotland. The thistle itself is Scotland's national emblem and symbolizes resilience and defense. The coin was struck in nickel brass, weighs approximately 9.5 grams, has a diameter of 22.5 mm, and was minted by the Royal Mint. More than 146 million circulation examples were produced in 1984, making it a common coin rather than a rare one, although collectors often keep it because it was part of the early modern £1 coin series. The 1984 design was later reused in 1989. The round £1 coin series eventually ended when the United Kingdom introduced the new 12-sided pound coin in 2017, after which the old round pound ceased to be legal tender. Today, the 1984 Scottish Thistle pound remains a popular collectible because of its historic Scottish symbolism, distinctive edge inscription, and connection to Queen Elizabeth II's long reign. The next top, the 1985 £1 coin with the inscription, Elizabeth II D. G. Reg. F.D. 1985, and the edge lettering, Pledio LWYFIM GWLAD, is a British £1 coin issued by the Royal Mint as part of a series representing the nations of the United Kingdom. The obverse, front, shows Elizabeth II wearing the George IV state diadem, with the portrait designed by Raphael Makhlouf. The Latin abbreviation D. G. Reg. FD stands for Dei Gratia Regina Fidei Defensor, meaning, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The reverse, back, of the coin features a Welsh leek, the national emblem of Wales, encircled by a royal crown or diadem. This design was created by Leslie Durbin and symbolizes the heritage and identity of Wales within the United Kingdom. The edge inscription, Pledio LWYFIM GWLAD, is written in Welsh and translates to, True am I to my country. The phrase comes from the chorus of the Welsh national anthem, Hen Vlad Fwynhado, and reflects loyalty, patriotism, and national pride. The coin was struck in nickel brass, weighs approximately 9.5 grams, and has a diameter of 22.5 millimeters. More than 228 million examples were minted, making it a common circulation coin rather than a rare issue. It was one of the early round £1 coins that circulated widely throughout the United Kingdom before being replaced in 2017 by the newer 12-sided pound coin. Collectors often appreciate this 1985 issue because it combines British royal symbolism with Welsh cultural identity. Many people become interested in the coin after noticing the unusual Welsh inscription around the edge, which differs from the Latin mottos found on many other British coins. Although ordinary circulated examples are usually worth only a small amount above face value to collectors. Coins in uncirculated condition, proof sets, or special mint presentations can command higher prices. The 1985 Welsh League Pound remains an interesting piece of British numismatic history because it celebrates Wales through its national emblem and language while also carrying the image and titles of Queen Elizabeth II, one of the longest reigning monarchs in modern history. The 1988 British £1 coin bearing the inscription, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 1988, and the edge lettering, Decus ET. Tutamen, is one of the most interesting coins of the original round £1 series issued by the United Kingdom. It was struck during the reign of Elizabeth II and produced by the Royal Mint. The coin's obverse, front, shows the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Raphael Makhlouf, while the reverse, back, displays the crowned royal shield of arms designed by Derek Gorange. The shield represents the unity and sovereignty of the United Kingdom and is one of the most recognizable designs in modern British coinage. The coin was struck in nickel brass, weighs approximately 9.5 grams, measures 22.5 mm in diameter, and has a milled edge carrying the famous Latin inscription, Decus Ettutamen. Numista +1. The inscription, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD, is an abbreviated Latin royal title. Expanded, it reads, Elizabeth II Dei Gratia Regina Fidei Defensatrix, which translates to, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. D.G. stands for Dei Gratia, by the grace of God, Reg. stands for Regina, Queen, and F. D. stands for Fidei Defensatrix, Defender of the Faith. These traditional titles have appeared on British coinage for centuries and reflect the constitutional and religious role of the monarch. The date 1988 indicates the year of issue. Numista +2. The edge inscription, Decus Ettutamen, is one of the most famous Latin phrases used on British coins. It translates as, an ornament and a safeguard. The phrase dates back to the 17th century and originally referred to the decorative and protective function of edge lettering on coins. Before machine-struck coinage, precious metal coins were often clipped, meaning small amounts of metal were shaved from their edges. Decorative edge inscriptions made tampering obvious. Thus, the lettering was both an ornament and a safeguard against fraud. The phrase has remained a traditional feature on many British coins and symbolizes authenticity and protection. Physical gold +2. The reverse design of the 1988 coin features the crowned royal shield of arms of the United Kingdom. The shield contains heraldic symbols representing England, Scotland, and Ireland. The three lions represent England, the rampant lion represents Scotland, and the harp symbolizes Ireland. Above the shield sits the royal crown. The inscription, £1, appears below. This design was intended to represent the entire United Kingdom rather than one individual nation. It followed earlier annual designs featuring national emblems such as the thistle, leek, flax plant, and oak tree. Wikipedia +1. The 1988 issue is particularly notable among collectors because its mintage was relatively low compared with many other round £1 coins. Approximately 7.1 million coins were produced for circulation, making it one of the scarcer dates in the original pound coin series. While it is not extremely rare, collectors often seek well-preserved examples because fewer were struck than in most other years. Wikipedia +2. On the obverse, Queen Elizabeth II is shown wearing the George IV state diadem, a ceremonial crown used during important state occasions. This portrait by Raphael Makhlouf was used on British coinage from 1985 until 1997. The initials, RDM, appearing below the portrait stand for Raphael David Makhlouf. Many collectors regard this portrait as one of the most elegant depictions of the Queen because of its classical style and detailed crown design. Numista +1. From a historical perspective, 1988 was an interesting year in Britain. The pound coin had only been introduced a few years earlier, replacing the old £1 banknote. By 1988, the transition from note to coin was largely complete, helping establish the pound coin as a familiar part of everyday British life. The round pound coin remained in circulation until 2017, when it was replaced by the current 12-sided £1 coin because of concerns about counterfeiting. Wikipedia +1. Many people search for information about the orientation of the edge inscription, Decus Ettutamen. Some believe that upside-down lettering is a rare mint error. However, collectors and mint experts generally agree that the orientation of the edge inscription on these pound coins is random and does not usually add significant value. Both orientations occur naturally during the minting process and are considered normal rather than errors. Reddit +2 regarding collector value. A circulated 1988 pound coin is usually worth only a few pounds, though high-grade uncirculated examples, proof versions, silver proofs, and special mint set coins can command higher prices. Value depends heavily on condition, rarity of the specific variety, and market demand. The low circulation mintage gives the coin greater collector interest than many common pound coins from the 1990s. Coins Catalog +1 in summary, the 1988 Elizabeth II DG Reg FD £1 with Decus Ettutamen is a classic British coin representing the United Kingdom through its royal shield design. The Latin inscription around the Queen means, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God. Queen, defender of the faith, while the edge inscription means, an ornament and a safeguard. Designed by Raphael Makhlouf and Derek Gorange, struck by the Royal Mint, and issued in a relatively low mintage of about 7.1 million pieces. It remains one of the more desirable dates of the original round pound coin series and an important piece of modern British numismatic history. The next top. The 1989 £1 coin of the United Kingdom is one of the most recognizable round £1 coins issued during the reign of Elizabeth II. On the obverse front of the coin appears the inscription, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 1989. This is an abbreviated Latin legend that expands to, Elizabeth II Dei Gratia Regina Fidei Defensatrix, meaning, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The portrait on the coin was designed by Raphael Makhlouf and was the third official coinage portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. Used on British coins from 1985 to 1997. Numista +1. The reverse, back, of the 1989 £1 coin features a Scottish thistle surrounded by the royal diadem, crown, symbolizing Scotland. The design was created by Leslie Durbin and formed part of the Royal Diadem series of pound coins representing the nations of the United Kingdom. The Scottish thistle is one of Scotland's most important national symbols and has been associated with Scottish identity for centuries. Coin Parade +1. One of the most interesting features of this coin is its edge inscription, Nemo me impune lacessit. This Latin phrase translates as, no one provokes me with impunity, or, no one attacks me without punishment. It is the historic motto of the Scottish chivalric order known as the Order of the Thistle and has long been associated with Scotland and Scottish royal traditions. The phrase appeared on several Scottish-themed British pound coins and even on some historic Scottish coinage centuries earlier. 24 carat +1. The 1989 coin was struck by the Royal Mint and was made from nickel brass, with a diameter of approximately 22.5 m, a thickness of 3.15 m, and a weight of 9.5 grams. It had a face value of £1 sterling, £1, and circulated widely throughout the United Kingdom. Approximately 70.58 million circulation coins were minted in 1989, making it a fairly common issue rather than a rare coin. Coin Library +1. The 1989 Scottish thistle design was actually a reappearance of a design first used in 1984. During the 1980s and 1990s, the pound coin series rotated among symbols representing the nations of the United Kingdom. Scotland was represented by the thistle, Wales by the leek, Northern Ireland by the flax plant, and England by the oak tree. This system gave collectors and the public a changing variety of national designs while maintaining the same Denomination. Wikipedia +1. From a collector's perspective, the 1989 £1 coin is valued more for its historical and symbolic significance than for rarity. Circulated examples are generally common, although coins in uncirculated or proof condition can command higher prices. Collectors often look for variations in the edge lettering and exceptionally well-preserved examples. Check your change. An important historical note is that this round £1 coin is no longer legal tender for everyday transactions in the United Kingdom. Due to widespread counterfeiting of the old round pound coins, the UK introduced a new 12-sided £1 coin in 2017 and withdrew the older round design from circulation. As a result, the 1989 £1 coin is now primarily a collector's item and a piece of British numismatic history. Chards +1. In summary, the 1989 Elizabeth II £1 coin with the inscription, Nemo me impune lacessit, is a Scottish-themed British pound coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II on the front and a crowned Scottish thistle on the reverse. Its Latin inscriptions reflect centuries of British and Scottish royal tradition, while its design represents Scotland's national identity. Although millions were minted and it is not particularly rare, it remains a fascinating coin because of its symbolism, history, and connection to the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. The next top. The 1993 £1 coin with the inscription, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 1993, on the obverse and Decus ETTUTAMEN, on the edge is one of the classic round £1 coins issued by the United Kingdom during the reign of Elizabeth II. This coin belongs to the original round pound series introduced in 1983 and circulated until the new 12-sided pound replaced it in 2017. The 1993 issue features the third coin portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael David Makhlouf. The Latin inscription, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD, expands to Elizabeth II Dei Gratia Regina Fidei Defensatrix, meaning, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. Numista +1. The reverse of the coin displays the Royal Arms of the United Kingdom, designed by Eric Sewell. The shield contains the heraldic symbols representing England, Scotland, and Ireland. Around the shield appears the motto, Honi soit qui mal y pense, the motto of the Order of the Garter, which translates roughly as, shame on him who thinks evil of it. Beneath the shield is Dieu et mon droit, the traditional royal motto meaning, God and my right. These symbols emphasize the constitutional and historical heritage of the British monarchy. Numista +1. One of the most interesting features of this coin is its edge inscription, Decus ETTUTAMEN. This Latin phrase translates as, an ornament and a safeguard. Historically, edge lettering was introduced to deter coin clipping, a practice in which small amounts of precious metal were shaved from coins. The inscription served both as decoration and as proof that the coin's edge remained intact. The phrase has been used on British coinage since the 17th century and became a familiar feature on many modern pound coins. Check your change +2. The 1993 coin was struck at the Royal Mint in Launceston, Wales. It is made of nickel brass, weighs approximately 9.5 grams, has a diameter of 22.5 millimeters, and a thickness of around 3.15 to 3.2 millimeters. Its round shape and golden appearance made it instantly recognizable in everyday circulation across the United Kingdom. Coins Catalogue +2. The 1993 issue marked the return of the Royal Arms design first seen on the inaugural 1983 £1 coin. The Royal Arms reverse was used only periodically during the life of the round pound series, appearing in 1983, 1993, 1998, 2003, and 2008. Because of this recurring use, collectors often regard the 1993 coin as part of the broader Royal Arms subseries within the pound coin collection. MJ Hughes coins +2. A total circulation mintage of approximately 114.7 million coins was produced in 1993. This is a relatively large number, making the coin common rather than rare. Consequently, most circulated examples have little premium above face value. Although uncirculated specimens, proof versions, and coins preserved in original mint packaging can command higher prices among collectors. Check your change. Plus, too many people believe that an upside-down Decus ETTUTAMEN inscription is a minting error. In reality, this is not usually the case. The edge lettering and the obverse, reverse designs were applied in separate stages of production. As a result, approximately half of the coins have edge text appearing one way and half the opposite way relative to the Queen's portrait. Collectors and experts generally regard both orientations as normal rather than errors. Reddit +2 The portrait of Queen Elizabeth II appearing on the 1993 coin is known as the Makhlouf portrait. Introduced in 1985. It depicts the Queen wearing the George IV state diadem and was used on British coins until 1997. Many numismatists appreciate this portrait for its formal and regal appearance. The initials RDM beneath the portrait stand for Raphael David Makhlouf, the sculptor responsible for the design. Numista +2 Historically, the round pound coin represented a major modernization of British currency. Introduced in 1983 to replace the £1 banknote, it quickly became one of the most heavily used coins in the country. By 1993, the denomination was firmly established in daily commerce, and millions of the Royal Arms design entered circulation. The coin therefore reflects a significant period in late 20th century British monetary history. Wikipedia +1 For collectors today, a standard circulated 1993 example is primarily valued as a historical and educational piece rather than a rarity. Typical market values are generally modest unless the coin is in exceptional condition, part of a proof set, or exhibits a genuine minting error verified by experts. Common circulated examples are frequently encountered in coin collections and dealer inventories. Coins Catalog +1 and Summary, the 1993 Elizabeth II £1. Decus ETTUTAMEN coin is a nickel brass British pound featuring the Makhlouf portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. The Royal Arms reverse by Eric Sewell, and the historic Latin edge inscription meaning, an ornament and a safeguard. With a mintage exceeding 114 million pieces, it is an important but common coin that represents the heritage of British coinage and the long reign of Queen Elizabeth II. The next top